Let's start commodities now, but before we do that, there's a latest indication coming in from RBI, and that's a third in this year itself. They've asked banks to stop advertising for the gold coin sales. Remember, in the recent months, we have seen import duty increase to 6%. We also have seen a restriction on bank consignments on imports, and this is now coming in. They have told banks to stop advertising for gold coin sales. It's a day when the gold prices also are trading on the weaker side, nearly a percentage point down in the Indian markets, breaking below 26,000, and the international markets also have seen a weakening trend coming in. You also have seen a similar trend for the energy space. The only thing that's trading flat to slightly marginal in the positive really has been the base metal prices, 0.25% to 0.5% of a rise coming in there in the markets. Let's get in then. Ram Pitre, he's Senior VP, Head Commodity and Currencies Research, Anand Rathi Commodities, and he joins us live on the show. Ram, first of all, before we go to strategies, what's your reaction to RBI telling banks not to advertise gold coins? Because till time, banks have been quite strongly, aggressively doing that.
Yeah, definitely RBI or even government is worried about the way the amount of money is invested in the debt investment in gold. So definitely they are worried about it, but the Indian mentality, as and when it is prices have started falling from 32,000 to 25 or 26,000 or so, definitely they come forward to buy some commodity, golds at festival season has started. So if you're looking at even in China as well as India, these two countries are still at lower prices. They are buying and likely to continue from here onward. So, but overall international market, if you see the fall from recent fall from 1,486 to 1,368 in a span of almost 7 days, it shows that still weakness likely to continue. But for an intraday basis, if you ask me, the international market 1,368 is a very important level, and if that breaks, this is definitely a big sell-off might come in today, being a Friday also. So as long as it remains above that level, the range I can see on international market is around 1,370 to 1,405. And likely possibility is there that market can bounce a bit at a higher level. So my recommendation for in a domestic market, you can buy at around 25,900, 950 is with a stricter stop loss of 25,790. And the target is not much, but at least 26,200 can be seen. But overall, as long as it remains above 1,368 international market, I am taking a chance of buying at this level.
Ram, before we move on to other commodities, really currencies and the bond markets also have been very choppy in the recent days. The currency has not taken any cues from the strength in equities. The bond yields in the meanwhile have been easing because of easing inflation.
Yeah, if you see definitely the currency market plays a very important role. And if you see recent development, we have seen a low of almost 53.60 on the downside, and it has rallied to almost 55 level, and it is holding at the moment 55 level for almost a week now. And if the break above 55 level, that is definitely some sort of pressure definitely there on the rupee side. It can move up to 55.25, even 55.40 can be seen. But overall, the amount of money or the investment we are receiving from the overseas market definitely put a pressure on dollar, and rupee can appreciate a bit to around 54 or 53.50 in near future.
Ram, how would you look at the silver prices? Because while we spoke about gold, and this has been on a downtrend as well, if the gold prices have declined 17%, silver is down 25% in this year. But since you have come out with a buy call for the gold in the intraday market, would you go for a similar silver call as well?
Yeah, because we have seen a low of 22.07 on international market, and gold we have seen a low of almost $1,322 on the earlier month. And if you see the rally from silver from 22.07, it had fizzled out around 24.80 level, and again it has bounced, again it has corrected very sharply. I think compared to gold, silver is more slightly weaker, and if you see, silver has already seen the new low, as well as but gold has yet to see the 1,321. So it suggests that silver is more weaker than gold. And but again, since we are close to 22.07, the recent low, I think that is one buying opportunity. If that holds, it can again the bounce back to almost 23.50 level. But main trend remains bearish. So for an intraday basis, I am requesting to buy around 42,800 if it comes to below 43,000. with a stricter stop loss of 42,500, and our target will look at around 43,500 or so.
Ram, what's your sense now coming in for the energy space as well? Because that also has been very choppy. On one side, the global supplies have been increasing, the consumption not keeping pace with that. And much of the geopolitical concerns actually are not into the markets right now. But with the dollar moves, international equities on what they are doing, how are you reading the trend in this one?
Crude definitely initially the range was around $95 to $98. So now that has shifted to $92 to $97. So 92, 20, 25 level is 200-day moving averages. As long as it's trading above that level, market likely to inch upward towards the 96, 97 level. So I'm again giving a buy call on domestic market because of the rupee is holding the lower levels, and it is likely to touch or it likely to go a little higher above 55 level. I suggest it is better to go long on crude at 5180, 5190 level with a stop loss of 5160 for a target price of 5260 or even 5285 can be seen.
Ram, what's your sense now coming in for the base metal prices as well? While the US labor levels were not so good, we have seen the US housing numbers come on the positive side there. Surprisingly, because we've seen declines coming in for energy and precious metals, but base metals have been holding, especially in the Indian rupees, 400 still holding as support.
Yes, if you look at the movement from last 1 month or so, we have seen a fall of almost from $7,600 on LME to almost 6,600, and the bounce back is almost good bounce to around 73, 74 level. But it is not over. It is still the weakness is likely to continue. But for intraday purpose, I can say the range will be on LME will be 7,200 to 7,450, and if 7,200 breaks, it will further go down. But at the moment, the way the domestic market is moment, you can see. I'm giving again a buy call on copper with a 400 and 402 level with a stop loss of 398 and 406, and maximum it can go to 408. But again, this is on intraday calls, but overall the main trend remains on a bearish side only.
Fair point, Ram. In the base metal space yet again, which is the other thing that you'll be watching out for, because we have seen sharper declines coming in for aluminum, nickel and lead as well. Do you think any of these metals have a possibility of rebounding better than the other?
Compared to copper, there is a nickel has not participated much. There also looks like nickel around 900 level. It is better to go long with a